plants over your vineyard to make sure that nothing was intruding. They'd be looking out for things such as foxes, animals, and they'd be also watching out for thieves. And the way that they would scare them away was either by shouting, was by way of a slingshot, or perhaps by using a whip. They might have put something on the end of a whip, that way when they cracked it, it would make a very loud noise and hopefully scare off whatever was intruding. Now this is a really good place to talk about the parable of the sower. Now like I said, some of the seed would have fallen on the common path. You may remember where it talks about it falling on the road. Well, it's very, very windy here, so you can imagine that the man is sowing and the wind picks up some of the seed and it lands on the common path. Now some of it landed on the stone. And this is because you'll see that there's so much bedrock all around. Now this bedrock often has a couple inches of soil on top of it. So it would have looked like good soil. So some of it would have landed on the rock. Now then you also have the weeds. Now the weeds here have very, very deep roots. So you would have thought that you would have derooted the section that you want to plant in, but you hadn't, because the roots were so deep that eventually it would have come up and choked out whatever you had planted. Now this is such a good parable to apply to our lives, because sometimes we plant on the rock. It's like sometimes we might go away for a getaway or for a retreat, or even to Israel here, and you get on such a spiritual high. You feel great. You feel right up there, just wonderful. But then you go back home and you get back into your old routine, back with your friends, back into work, old routine, and you kind of lose it. It's like you were planting on the rock, because when you plant on the rock, you do sprout up, because there's a couple inches of soil. So you sprout up, but then you die because you can't take root. And then sometimes we plant on the weed, because we plant on good soil. We invest our time in good things, such as work, our school, our activities, our children. They really are good things, but sometimes then they overtake our life and we lose sight of Jesus. We lose sight of what is important, and it's like it comes out of and it chokes us out, just like the weed chokes us out. And of course, whenever we plant on the good soil, whenever we plant on Christ, it comes back 30, 60, 100-fold. Any questions?
Wow. Praise the Lord.
It's a good sermon. Good sermon. Yeah.
Well, we have some pastors here, so
Yes.
it'll be good.
Very good.
We heard that story before.
Right.